Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vernon F. Miller of Sports News Stream, otherwise known as S&S. Welcome to our channel. We try to upload the most current and best sports content available of all sports platforms, all sports leagues and entities. And just try to keep everybody up to date on what's going on. Today we're going to be touching on three topics real fast on some news that's trending in the NFL and NBA. So without any further delay, let's get started. Dak Prescott was offered $30 million today. $30 million per year. And he turned that down, and from a lot of source outlets, he is now looking for $40 million per year. Well, I'm not mad at, an individual understanding what they believe their wealth or their worth is. I'm not mad at that at all. But I think at some point we got to go ahead and let's just be a little realistic with it. Now, over the course of the last couple of seasons, Dak has been getting better. I don't know about $40 million per year better. I think he's definitely reaching. Maybe he's saying, I go high, you go low, we meet in the middle, somewhere around there. We're looking at the top 10 or 11 quarterbacks, starting with Russell Wilson at $35 million a year, and he's the highest paid NFL player in the league, highest paid player in the NFL at $35 million a year. And I could see that. Russell Wilson is very consistent, has all of the skill sets, all of the qualities and things that you would need or want in a quarterback. So I could see that. I could definitely see Russell Wilson at the very least in the top five. Ben Roethlisberger, $34 million a year. Giving away money, I guess. Aaron Rodgers, $33.5. Carson Wentz, $32 million. $107.9 million of that is guaranteed. I could see if Dak Prescott was saying, hey, let's get back to the list. Matt Ryan at 30. Don't see how that's he had a good season last year, but still, when you're talking about, the quarterbacks, your quarterbacks got to produce when it counts, and that's in the playoffs. And Matt Ryan is not that guy. Kirk Cousins, $28 million. I think 90-something fully guaranteed, giving away money. Garoppolo, $27.5. Matt Stafford, $27 a year, giving away money. Derek Carr, $25, giving away money. Drew Brees, I believe this is the last year of his contract at $25. That's solid. Andrew Luck, $24.6 at $11. He's solid. I could see that. And Alex Smith at $23.5. Again, giving away money. Now, with that all being said, running down this list, I could see Dak Prescott anywhere from, I'd say, the high 20s. Between, maybe 28 and 30. I could see that. I mean, when you start looking at, if you start comparing him and Carson Wentz, because I believe they were drafted the same year, if you start looking at him and Carson Wentz, you start doing the comparables, he slights Carson Wentz in just about every category, and I think they're maybe 3-1 head up Dak Prescott's way. So I could see him saying, well, I at least want 32, 33. I could see the Cowboys probably working something out. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Maybe 32, somewhat, blah, 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 33-ish. And we give you a lot more money guaranteed. 40? Bro, listen, let's be very clear. The Cowboys go as far as Ezekiel Elliott goes. Period. the Cowboys are in a very, very interesting situation. You got a quarterback that wants to be the highest paid. You got a running back that wants to be the highest paid, and you have a wide receiver who wants to be among the highest paid. So with that being said, hey, what do you do? What do you do? So, that's a situation where, and Dallas has Jerry Jones' son has gone on the record as saying, we just can't afford to pay everybody what they want. So that's going to be a very, very interesting scenario there. I mean, I'm not convinced really giving Dak Prescott $40 million a year. I'm not really convinced you can make all the throws that's needed to be made in certain situations. You got some quarterbacks that can put the ball anywhere they need to be put, anywhere that needs to be put on the field at any given time. And Dak Prescott's not that guy right now. So $40 million a year, that means you consider yourself the best quarterback in the NFL. And, you're not even top five. You're not top five, in my opinion. Moving on, Draymond Green. Draymond Green recently got an extension with the Golden State Warriors, 4 years, $100 million, which is a win-win for both sides. The Warriors, they definitely are able to keep their outspoken and obnoxious leader, who's a part of that core that was drafted. I believe, was it Mark Jackson? It might have been Mark Jackson. But, they get to keep that individual with that core, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and I guess you can throw Steve Kerr in there, even though I don't consider him the originator. But you can keep that core together, and they can go ahead and move forward from there. And it's a win-win for Draymond because now he gets to stay in a place where he knows the system, he flourished in the system, and he doesn't have to get embarrassed by going to some other team because he could probably get the money he was looking for going to another team if he wanted to test the free agency market. But he would have definitely got exposed as being the player he is not. I think there's systems. When you start looking at certain players, you got players that are just talented and they can go anywhere in any league and just be that guy. Kevin Durant can go on any team and be that guy. Allen Iverson could have went on any team and been that guy. And then you have some players that they're just they flourish in systems, and I think Draymond is one of those guys. I think if he'd have went anywhere else, trying to do anything, he would have, or trying to do what he has been known to do in Golden State, he'd have got definitely exposed, and that team definitely would have been wasting their money. I consider Draymond Green Bill Laimbeer 2.0, he has better assists than Bill Laimbeer, and he has a lot more heart at the 3-point line. Don't say that he's proficient, but he'll definitely squeeze from there. But he reminds me of a Bill Laimbeer. Once you get frustrated, or he gets a guy that's in front of him who has just a hint more talent than him, then here we go with the shenanigans, the nut, kicking in the nuts, groins, and all that stuff, and elbows, and all that goofy stuff. So it's a win-win for both teams, both parties. And even with that being said, Golden State is going to be they're going to be a contender this year, but that's all. They're not going to be anything more than that, especially what they're used to. It's not going to meet their standards. They're going to get pushed around by quite a few heavy hitters in the Western Conference in the upcoming season. And last but not least, let's talk about Antonio Diva Brown. A helmet. We're talking about a helmet. We're not talking about practice. We're not talking about the game. We're not talking about the game. We're not even talking about practice. We're talking about a helmet. A helmet, bro. That's what we're talking about right now. I've seen your feet. You need to be focused on that. I think if I was you, I'd probably be trying to find the best pedicure specialist in LA to do some type of deep treatment on your feet. I don't even know how you walking around talking about it. I don't even know how you walking around. You need to focus on trying to get those feet up the par. Because I seen those feet. I just seen those feet. I really didn't pay attention to it until everyone was talking about it, and I got a good look at him. His feet look crazy. And you're sitting here talking about a helmet. I mean, we're talking. They don't even know. The Raiders don't even have a timetable on when you're coming back, and you're talking about a helmet. And when you start talking about the feet, a wide receiver, a football player, period, those are the most important tools on your body, your feet. And you're worrying about a helmet. Like Derek Carr needs any more distractions. This man was crying on the sideline last year. Why? I don't know. But he was crying on the sideline last year. He's trying to get himself together, trying to get himself acclimated into an offense that he still, pretty much isn't familiar with. Has a coach who, quiet as is kept, doesn't want him there. And is looking for a reason and an excuse to get rid of him. With the rumors of you crying on the sideline last year, and things of that nature. You got into a little altercation last year with Marshawn Lynch's homie, and you think Marshawn's running on the field to protect you. And in actuality, he's running on the field to grab his homie who was, doing his thing to you. So I just don't get it right now with Antonio Brown. I'm starting to really question the whole Pittsburgh Steelers situation now. When you start to look at, this whole diva thing with the helmet and everything of that nature, and what was going on with him and Ben Roethlisberger and all that stuff. My mom always said there's three sides to a story. It's three sides to a story: yours, his, and the truth. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this whole situation plays out. This whole experiment with the Carr, Brown, Gruden experiment. But I only give it a few years. I don't see it lasting any longer than a few years, and I don't see anything productive coming out of that. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for right now. Definitely appreciate your time coming in and checking us out. We will be providing videos at least once a week with new and great sports content and updates. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check us out on all of the social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and things of that nature. And until the next time.